Hello to you. Good evening. I'm First Alert Meteorologist Cutter Martin here with the 8 p.m. stream of Atlanta News First Plus, here to give you a check of the First Alert forecast, even outside of news time. Obviously, it's Friday. It's evening time. You're probably out and about, and if you aren't there yet, probably will be very soon. For those that have plans this evening, just wanted to hop in and give you another check of the forecast, another place where you can ask your weather questions and maybe get some clarification on that forecast as we track a pretty gloomy evening underway across North Georgia and Metro Atlanta. Some are still seeing rain across the area, others, though, beginning to dry out. Again, it will take a little bit of time to completely get rid of the wet weather, but that drying trend has begun. We're kind of paring down from this First Alert weather day and beginning to see some better conditions. Again, we'll show you that here right now in First Alert radar. You will notice that the northwestern half of the area just a little bit drier than folks to the south and to the southeast. For example, the city of Atlanta is still seeing steady light to moderate rain, but Canton, Gainesville, Ellijay, Rome, Chattooga County, Dahlonega, Lumpkin County, on up into Rabun County, the Clayton community, Clay County, North Carolina, everyone up in the North Georgia mountains dry for the time being. Down 85 on through Troup and Heard counties. This is where the steadiest of the rain is. Good news is, as I pause radar, you'll notice the back edge of this rain now pushing into portions of Heard County, into western Troup County, and it's Milltown, Alabama, Randolph County, Alabama, Cleburne County, Alabama, and the majority of Carroll County, Georgia, all out of the rain. You're done. You don't need to worry about any persistent rain, at least, for the rest of the evening, and it won't be too much longer. Peachtree City, Fayette County, down into Noonan, Coweta County, LaGrange, Troup County, Meriwether County, Upson County, on into Spalding and Pike County, Henry County, Lamar County, these areas south of the city of Atlanta. It won't take that much longer for this rain to push to your east and dry weather to start moving in. Now, it's not going to be completely dry after this constant rain stops, but it will be an improvement from what many of us have seen so far today. Case in point, we do still have a couple of showers here moving through eastern Alabama, starting to move back into to northern, at least, and northwestern portions of Cleburne County, working our way up towards Polk County and Rome and the Dallas community and Marietta. You're seeing some light rain right now. There's more to the west, but very spotty, brief, and probably not even worthy of an umbrella. A little bit of a different story, though, inside the perimeter, with steady rain still falling inside I-285, Atlanta, Hartsfield Jackson Atlanta International Airport, talking with some coworkers and friends that are trying to take a flight out this evening, and they're going to be dealing with a little bit of wet weather. I think not anything that really leads to a significant airport delay. Nonetheless, when you have a last-minute Friday trip, who wants to be dealing with rain moving through the city of Atlanta, especially down by the airport, which is typically congested even on a nice Friday. Let's go ahead and take you live outside just to give you a visual of what it actually looks like. We've showed you radar, but here's an instance of what you're dealing with. Live outside. First Alert Weather Day continues, so we're seeing gradual improvement. This is from the roof of Atlanta News First, looking back towards West Midtown, or Midtown, I should say, across the connector 7585. And it is low ceilings, those low clouds still up there. Drizzle and areas of light rain in the First Alert forecast. That is what it looks outside. That's what it looks like outside right now, I should say. And again, First Alert Weather Day continues, but gradual improvement in that First Alert forecast. If you're just tuning in, I want to remind you, we are streaming across many platforms, AtlantaNewsFirst.com. You can click on that watch live stream right there on the website. Also in the First Alert Weather app, Atlanta News First app, Roku, Amazon Fire Stick, YouTube TV, Apple TV, but YouTube the place to be if you have any weather questions, comments, concerns. This is a unique opportunity to chat. If you really have any weather questions, if you need clarification on the forecast, if you have specific plans this evening or any other time this weekend, and you would like to know the forecast for your plans, your location, your neighborhood, YouTube is the place to be. Again, Atlanta News First on YouTube. That's the account to like and to follow. And if you follow, you will be alerted to live streams like this one. But even if you can't follow at the moment, or you're just checking us out, seeing what's up, you can just go to YouTube and just click on this particular active live stream and still ask your weather questions. So again, back edge of the rain. Let's time this out for you. The rain itself, these individual showers moving off to the east and northeast, just more than 30 miles an hour. So if we track doing it a little bit different here. If we track the back edge of the rain, typically we time the leading edge's arrival, but what we're doing now is timing out the back edge of this rain, moving off to the east, so that LaGrange, by 8:30, within the next 30 minutes, rain will be shutting down. You're back to maybe a few sprinkles, if not completely dry. Still damp roadways, still puddles on the ground, but rain falling, that's going to stop. Peachtree City, 8:52. McDonough 931, Griffin 946, Covington southeast side, and to the Rockdale, Newton, Walton County areas 955. That is not rain's arrival. That's when it's forecast to stop on its present heading, and we'll actually get a little bit of a break as we head into the weekend with better weather conditions on the way for our Saturday and our Sunday. Now, will it be a perfect 10? I don't think so. Will it be completely sunny? No. But better than today. Temperature is warmer, and you can see on that graphic there, rain much spottier. Could be a few showers around Saturday morning, I think mainly before 9 a.m., and it'll be relatively brief and light. Nonetheless, if you are outside, you have brunch plans, trying to get some gardening work in, planting some of those spring plants. So a little bit early to do so, but I know people have the gardening bug getting into the March time frame here, and stuff is starting to bloom. Red butts, I've seen a couple of those. Some of the magnolia varieties already starting to bloom out there as well. So you may have the gardening fever. The bug may bit you, and while it is a little bit early to do just that, if you do have yard work this weekend, Sundays are pick day. But Saturday rain will be spotty, certainly an improvement from today, certainly much warmer as well. But first alert weather day next Tuesday, and data actually trending a little slower with the arrival of this heavy rain and maybe a few thunderstorms in the forecast. It was looking like a Tuesday afternoon arrival. It may be more like Tuesday evening now, and some of this heavy rain could linger into early Wednesday morning, if not the Wednesday morning commute, hence the deeper yellows, the heavier rain. Now, on a couple of models, forecast to fall in the wee hours of Wednesday morning into the day Wednesday. If that trend continues, you may see that first alert weather day shift just a little bit, or maybe we add a first alert weather day for Wednesday. First alert weather day in this case just meaning the weather will impact you in that time period, whether it be rain, cold, heat, severe weather. Thankfully, the risk of severe weather very, very low with this next storm system, but something we will be watching for you. And you can get updates. First alert weather app to search Atlanta News First or First Alert Weather in your app or Google Play Store, or you can scan the QR code as you see it on our screen right now, upper right-hand corner. It's always, if you're watching Atlanta News First, whether on Peachtree TV, Atlanta CW affiliate, or on WANF, you can always get a QR code, and that'll bring you straight to the download link again. First Alert Weather app, a great tool to have if you're out of pocket and on the go, which so many are. As you see, I-85, there are so many on the road still out and about. You can always get a check of that forecast. Temperature is still chilly, though we've actually, believe it or not, warmed up a degree or two from where we were earlier this afternoon. So even though the sun has set, typically we cool. Not the case this go around. Temperature is actually warming up a degree or two with rain a little bit slower, a little bit lighter now. It was the steadier, the heavier rain that brought down our temperatures earlier. I'm watching our camera on the roof here at Atlanta News First, 14th and McCaslin, looking back towards Midtown, and it's a little breezy out there, so still some cool air trying to filter in. Nonetheless, I think for the most part, temperature is nearly steady overnight tonight, and it's already pretty cold. Lower 40s, breeze making it feel even colder. Hour-by-hour forecast, excuse me, will bring in a drier air mass, slightly drier. We'll keep the clouds. We'll drop the first alert weather day by mid-evening, kind of getting to that time frame now. And I think over the next 30 minutes, we're going to see some pretty significant drying in the city of Atlanta. Not the steady rain, just a sprinkle or two, maybe some of the pavement drying out. So gradually improving, though it'll still look gloomy across the city and metro Atlanta. And again, maybe some spotty showers tomorrow morning, but much more hit or miss. It's not going to be as big of an impact. Temperatures tomorrow morning, upper 30s, 40s, again, about where we are right now across the city with lots of clouds. Even our mountain communities, 43, Blairsville, 41 in Gainesville, just south of the foothills there, Canton and Cherokee County, 42, Griffin, 38. We'll wake up to some gloom, lots of clouds. Coffee time tomorrow. I'm going to try to head out and grab a cup. If you're trying to visit your favorite place tomorrow, again, could be a kind of a brisk start to the day. Wind's not too strong, but noticeable to the extent that that 44 could feel like 37, 38. So a little bit of a wind chill. Make sure you get the coffee hot tomorrow morning. Tomorrow afternoon, here's the biggest difference. Today we were stuck in the upper 30s, lower 40s all day long. Tomorrow we're in the 60s. Mostly cloudy to cloudy. It's not going to be a pretty Saturday. We're not trying to make it seem like tomorrow is going to be a perfect 10, a brilliant day. But considering today had constant, nearly constant, moderate to heavy rain, we were stuck in the upper 30s and the 40s. Winds were gusting 20 to 30 miles an hour. Tomorrow, a market improvement. 60s, maybe a peak or two of sun. Mid to high level clouds, not as many low clouds by afternoon. And the forecast much, much drier across North Georgia and metro Atlanta. Case in point, a few spotty showers possible in the morning. And while we do have the clouds through the day, I think we're mostly dry in the afternoon with temperatures back in the lower 60s in many communities. Some in the upper 50s, especially up in the mountains. I do think if you're looking for those 70s to return, remember we spent a few days, few afternoons this week in the low to mid 70s. there is a better shot at passing 70 degrees Sunday. I think right at 70 is kind of the consensus sort of the forecast as we get into our Sunday afternoon. Though it's possible if we see a little more sunshine, could be just a little bit warmer. And as we get into Monday, definitely warming back up. Temperatures in the lower 70s, just a 20% chance of rain, but still lots of clouds. That's kind of the theme of this First Alert 7-day forecast. We're drier, but we're not necessarily all that sunny. We may see our best chance of consistent sunshine Sunday afternoon and early evening before sunset, and then clouds starting to move back in Monday. Right now, First Alert Weather Day Tuesday, looking like an afternoon and an evening ETA for the widespread rain, and it will be widespread, much like the rain event that we're in now. And then we could see that rain linger into our Wednesday. May have to bump up that chance of rain. I'm going to chat with First Alert Meteorologist Patrick Pete here in just a few minutes with some of our evening model data coming in. So you may see us if you watch tonight at 10, Peachtree TV, Atlanta CW affiliate, or on WNF on Atlanta News First. You may notice that rain chance gets a little bit of a boost. We know a storm system's coming. We know we're going to get rained on once again. It could be a downpour or two embedded in there, maybe even a weak thunderstorm or two. But the exact timing, the arrival and departure, is still a little bit up in the air, so to speak. That's what we're really working to fine-tune and to narrow down. We'll pass along those updates right here, of course, streaming ANF Plus at AtlantaNewsFirst.com and in the free and easy-to-download First Alert Weather app. 73 next Thursday. This busy weather pattern, it's just not letting up. You know, we get at most a day or two break in this sort of pattern, and that's the case. And you can see at the tail end of the 7-day forecast already bringing in a likely or more likely a chance of rain back into the picture as we get into next Friday. With temperatures remaining fairly mild, again, that's the deal here. We're having many systems, but not much cold air to work with at the moment. And I think we've already seen our coldest air of winter, and now meteorological spring, March 21st, you know, astronomically and in true seasons, a little bit, still a few weeks removed from the start of spring, but meteorological spring, meaning conditions that are more like spring and spring-type forecasting, basically to oversimplify it, that begins today, March 1st. So no surprise, we're seeing a more active weather pattern and not quite as much cold air, even though today, of course, was pretty cold across the region, upper 30s and lower 40s. Looks like everybody has their questions answered on YouTube, but a reminder, if you have any weather questions, comments, concerns, you can reach out to any member of the First Alert Weather team across social media. First Alert Meteorologist Ella Dorsey, Courtney Jacobazi, Rodney Harris, Patrick Pete, Fred Campagna, myself, First Alert Chief Meteorologist Jennifer Valdez, all working to keep you updated. And again, don't hesitate day or night to shoot us a weather question, and we'll answer you back. Also, you can reach out to me on in email or via email, cutter.martin@wanf.com. Again, want to thank you for tuning in and for watching. You're never more than a little bit away from your next check of the First Alert forecast. You can grab it anytime at AtlantaNewsFirst.com and in the First Alert Weather app. Also joining you live on TV, Peachtree TV, Atlanta CW affiliate, here at 10 p.m. Joined by First Alert Meteorologist Patrick Pete at 10:30, and then he'll have the late shift tonight back on WANF Atlanta News First starting at 11 p.m. You can stream those forecasts as well in the First Alert Weather app. Stay dry, stay warm this evening, I promise. Some improvement tomorrow. Looks like Sunday remaining the pick day of the weekend.